Good morning. Don't know what that is. Every time I turn around and look at it, it's not there. Guess I'll have to wait till the video's over. I'll really check and see what it is. Can we enlarge it? No, I don't know. Anyway, it is October 30th. 7:30ish in the morning. It's just really weird. What is all that glowy? Is it sunlight maybe? Because the sun's coming up. I mean, over there you can tell it's sunlight, right? What is, like, in between? That's gotta be sunlight just coming through the trees. Yeah, weird though, isn't it? Anyway, All Hallows Eve tonight. All Hallows Eve. Yeah, it's really windy this morning. 63-ish out here probably, feels like. Things are really ramping up. The new year is coming. New year, new you. Are you going to do it this year? Are you going to try harder? Are you going to do whatever it is you set out to do? Whether it's lose weight or whatever. People shouldn't make New Year's resolutions. They should just choose to be healthy, period. Whether it's mentally or physically or spiritually. It's really nice out this morning. Stars. It's pretty. It's windy. I'm going to manifest that it's like this on Thanksgiving. Well, maybe a little warmer. The evening can be like this. We'll have a little fire, but not this windy. Get the family together. They can play some football. I don't think they've ever done that. I know the guys, the boys went to play with their friends and whatever. But we never did that. Home. Chaos is coming. Not that it's not already here and been here, but with the ramping up, you're going to see a lot of chaos. But you're also going to see a lot of abundance. And you're also going to have a lot of peaceful moments if you can just stay in your own alignment. I tell you what I have found, that sitting outside and being outside keeps me there. I don't know what it is. Guess the energies inside, whether they're past or present energies or whatever. Just like when you live in an apartment building, you got so many different energies running through an apartment building. Ooh, it's horrible when we were there at the apartments. But, being outside will keep you in the moment, and you can just stay there. You don't have to think about anybody or anything or do anything or think about doing anything. No chores. Nobody. It's just you and nature. It's so great. Oh yeah, see, it was just sunlight coming through. Isn't that the most interesting? Like little glowy lights in the dark, didn't it? It's just the sunlight. You guys are watching the sunrise. Look at that. Yeah. But, So yeah, what you gonna do? Are you finally gonna start something new? Are you gonna add to what you're already doing? I mean, you might think you're okay, and I used to think I was okay, but I really wasn't. No, I really wasn't. Are you finding that you're watching TV all the time or on your phone all the time, but you're still bored? You can't find anything to satisfy your boredness. I mean, I know I'm having trouble with movies and things. I can't find any movies that are interesting anymore. I just don't really care about TV, period. I'd rather just sit outside all day, every day. I don't do that, but it depends on, it just depends. It's weird. It's the energies. Sometimes the energies change on me and I go inside, and sometimes I get chilly, and sometimes I'm sore. I mean, it's just the usual, all the excuses. Same, I could give all the excuses everybody else does. Just like everyone else. I know what I'm supposed to be doing every day, all day. That might be worse. Some people are sheep. They don't know what they're supposed to be doing. They don't understand themselves or anybody else. Me, I do. And I still don't follow everything I'm supposed to do, but I'm doing really well following. It's just not every single little thing every single day, but it's becoming more and more. I'd say it's about 80% of following the will of God every day of what I'm supposed to do, which is a lot better than the free will that we still have, but the shit I used to do before. Did what I wanted. Well, can't say that. Did what was needed. For me at that time, I should say. I don't know. But still doing what you want, I guess. But now I just follow. Even if I know it's not going to have a good outcome. I hate it. I hate following when I know it's not going to turn out well in the, what I call the 3D matrix. It causes chaos. It causes chaos for everyone else. And me a little, but if I stay in alignment, it doesn't really. I mean, everybody else can. Whatever. Doesn't seem to affect me as much as it used to, which is really great. It's really great. It's so peaceful. It's just peaceful. Yeah, I've got this big hump lately. I don't know about you guys, but I can feel it. Big hump I'm trying to get over. And you know, you feel these big humps off and on anyway. If you ever really get over them, maybe we chisel them down, so maybe I can finally get over the big old hump, which is really just the past and lack of love for myself, you know. Fear of the future, which I don't really have a lot of that, but I have some. I just need to let go of all of it. That's my hump. All I need to do is stay in the moment, love myself, and stay out of the past and stay out of the future. Stay in the moment. Is there anything else you really need to do? That solves everything if you love yourself and stay in the moment. You don't have to do anything else. Everything else would just be solved for you. I'm seeing that more and more. I mean, you know, the little tiny things that come to me and whatever, I already do it. I didn't know I'm on the right track for years, but to be on the straight and narrow path, you could be on the right track, but to get really on that straight and narrow path, it's a hard one. It's a hard one to just follow, do what you're supposed to do. Stay on your mission from God. Do your God mission. The universal mission. The universe leads us every day, every moment. It's just we don't want to do. We don't want to stop eating the sugar. Can't say stop eating the chocolate because cacao is good for you, but it don't have no sugar in it. We don't want to not eat meat. But I tell you, it's getting worse and worse. Meat is horrible. Oh my gosh. It's tougher. It's just, I had so much trouble with everything. I mean, off and on, it's been processed meat, yes, hamburger and whatever, for sure. Different sandwich meats and hot dogs and whatever. Yeah, but now it's, more and more stuff. The consistencies, I don't know. And you can cook it. It seems like a lot of stuff I cook the same way, but oh my gosh, it's just not. These are coming out tougher and harder, and I don't know, you can't let it cool off. And I had a steak at Tumbleweed the other day, and it was pretty good when I first started eating it. 10 minutes later, I eat slow, whatever. It's not good. Leftovers aren't very good anymore. I mean, Sadhguru used to say that. Used to. I'm sure he still says it. Used to. I meant used to, as in I used to watch a lot of videos, and I don't watch as many now. Well, Scott watched them, and I just watched them with him, And he works overtime more, and he doesn't hardly watch videos, so I don't hardly watch videos. But Sadhguru would say, don't eat anything after it's been prepared for 4 hours. Something about the prana? I don't even know what that means, but that word popped into my head, so you can look it up and see if I'm right. The energy, I'm just going to say the energy in the food gets messed up, I don't know. After it sits for so long, so maybe that's why I'm not liking leftovers, and just not even after stuff's been sitting, and I'm still eating it, It takes me, 20 minutes, maybe a half an hour to eat, depending on what I'm eating and where I'm at. But, yeah, food is just yucky. It's no bueno. It's been yucky for a while, but it's just getting worse. Just kind of getting tired of eating. Teeth are getting tired of chewing, and, I don't know. I'm sick of it. Had trouble in the summer time. Was it spring? Mostly? I think it was spring. Swallowing. Couldn't swallow food. I was having trouble with hamburger and bread and regular lettuce. Blech. What else? Some other things. Just meat. And now I'm not having as much trouble. It's weird. I mean, it's good, but it's weird. And I also have noticed that I'm detaching from food a lot. Like, detaching as in I feel like I don't need food. I mean, I knew that I was going to get to this point, but it's weird the way I feel about it. And it's so easy, but it's not easy to stop eating. But it's easy to not like it. So to continue to eat, it's kind of like an addiction, food's an addiction. I don't eat as much, and try not to eat stuff. I don't finish my plate. Try to drink more smoothies. But I drink a shitload of water. Probably drink 2 bottles of water if I have lunch, and 2 bottles, it's either lunch or brunch or whatever, usually I eat twice a day or something. And then 2 bottles with dinner, and then a bottle somewhere else in there. I usually have 5 bottles of water a day. I could just survive off of water. And then I might have a tea or a couple of teas or green tea, you know. Don't really do too much coffee anymore. It doesn't work. Started drinking coffee in my 40s for the energy. Really, when I was working out, I was drinking it a lot for the energy. Now, things just don't work. I don't know. Caffeine doesn't work. Weed doesn't get me high, which I don't care. That's good shit right there. I can still go anywhere and do anything. When I first started smoking, I was so paranoid and a lot of wouldn't go anywhere. And still won't drive. Smoking definitely won't do that. But now it's not, you know. It doesn't matter. High strains, low strains. What it does do is it helps with my pain. I tried to stop one time. 2 days I went, and oh my God, the pain was, I couldn't even walk. I couldn't even believe it. I guess it's like if you keep aspirin in your system the whole time, you know what I mean? If you stop taking aspirin, the pain would come barreling back really bad if you're used to taking aspirin every day. But it also keeps me calm, keeps me in alignment, keeps me from getting into my emotions. It really keeps me from reacting to other people's emotions, is what I would say. When other people are angry or sad, because I don't hardly get that way anymore. I don't react. Like, nothing. It's other people, you know, and their energy and their emotions that make me react. It's not me. I could really care less. Some of these, now don't get me wrong. I don't like people to be angry or upset or unhappy or, you know, whatever, and I'll listen and you can vent and all that, but I know that everybody has to go through their own stuff. And so, saying I don't care is the wrong verbiage. We all use the wrong verbiage, but for lack of better verbiage, it's not me. And I cannot let it affect me. So, it's a time coming up. But man, when other people's energy hits you, like when they're angry, and you take that anger in, it's so hard to figure out that it's not you, because you think you're angry because of something they're doing or saying, and that's not the case at all. It's because they're angry and they're just getting back what they are. So if you got angry back at them, then that's because it's their shit. That mirror principle and all, you know. They're just getting it right back. It's a mirror. Which I knew, but you know, the more you get in alignment and stay there all the time, you really start to adopt things more, you know. Like I said, you can talk the talk, and talk the talk, and talk the talk, and talk the talk, and try to walk the walk. You can walk the walk, but it's hard to, It's not hard to practice what you preach. I don't mean it like that. I just mean it like believing, the real belief. The belief in it all. It's easy to practice what you preach, because that's just semantics. That's easy. I can do everything I say. That's pretty simple. I wouldn't say it if I didn't believe in it and didn't want it for myself. But to really change your whole 3D mind thinking of what you've grown up with and done your whole life and what you've thought. Wow. It's been... But yeah, we're coming up to the new year again. And this All Hallows Eve can help you out. I don't know. You can go in and look at different things you want to do for yourself. You can do your witchy witch stuff, and I don't know what that entails. I don't know. I don't know. Something at midnight, and I don't know. But I'm saying anything at midnight would be good. Anything that you do, the spiritual energies for meditating and doing things are really powerful. And this is every night, between like 11 and 7. And so, yeah, you can say midnight's the bewitching hour, but really, I think between 3 and 5, spiritually is the most energetic. So if you wake up between 3 and 5 in the morning, then you should meditate or turn on some tones or, whatever, trying to pray, get in touch with God, whatever. But yeah, for tonight, whatever you're into, I don't know. Different people are into different things. Whatever you can believe in. Whatever you think is going to help catapult you. I don't care. No judgment. You think you're a witch? Okay. That's great. We're all witches. Everybody on the planet's a witch. If you want to say it like that. We all have magic. We all have gifts. It's just a matter of believing in them. And loving yourself and staying in the moment. I mean, you can say forgiving others and letting go, and you can say all this other bullshit that you need to do, but really, I'm telling you 2 things. Stay in the moment every single day and love yourself. And yeah, you'll find those 2 things are hard, but if you can do those 2 things, everything else will fix itself. You don't have to forgive other people. Forgive them for what? Why do you have to forgive people? Does everybody have to forgive you? No, you did the best with what you could in that moment, on that day, at that time, with what you had, with the knowledge and who you were. Everybody's messed up. Of course we forgive each other. Okay, whatever, forgive each other. Yay, high five, whatever. But if you love yourself, you wouldn't feel the need to forgive anybody else, because it wouldn't hurt your feelings that anybody says or does. If you really truly love yourself, it wouldn't matter to you. Nothing would affect you. You wouldn't have to forgive people. We don't have to forgive people. Let them be who they are. You be who you are. Fix yourself. Work on yourself. Be yourself. Be your authentic God self. I know it's hard to get there. I'm telling you. Don't worry about other people. Who cares what they're doing? And that's a hard one. I mean, I can sit here and preach, Stay off of Facebook. You should meditate instead. If you're fucked up, you should go to counseling. If you're fucked up, you should meditate. I know, I'm sure it's a form of judgment. I know it is. That's what I'm saying. I'm not perfect. I can sit here and preach. Okay. I'm really trying to help, but it's preachy. It's judgmental. I know that. I see people doing certain things, or, I'm not just talking about people I see physically, like in my own home, or physically my family, or whatever. You see videos and whatever. You hear more on videos when I walk by. In and out the living room, if videos are on or whatever, and somebody else is watching videos. That's where I get most of the things. Everybody's talking about the same stuff. But, yeah. So, yeah. We're all preachy and judgmental, but, again, the more you come back to your alignment, stay in the moment. Stay in the moment. The more you can love yourself, whatever that takes, I don't know. Different people are different. And, I couldn't tell you. Sorry, I have to adjust. I'm a little chilly. I'm getting a little chilly. I'm going to have to go in, I think. Ooh. Um, where was I? I don't know. Whatever you need for you. Um, if you haven't started on something, if you're miserable and you're not going to counseling, or you're not praying every single day, and I do mean every single day, if you're not meditating every single day, if you're not listening to tones every single day, if you haven't gotten any crystals yet, if you're not using essential oils, if you're not eating healthier, if you're not introducing some really great things into your diet, like cacao and coconut oil and honey, elderberry, bamboo shoots, fish, walnuts, kiwi, repairs stem cells and helps grow stem cells. If you're not doing anything, or if you need to add more things in, do some research on these things. If there's no excuse. Can't get to counseling because you don't have a car. Well, isn't there like online counseling now? I'm sure there is. Everything's online. Somebody, you ask a nurse, you can call on the phone. So there's probably some counselors you can call on the phone. I mean, whatever you think is going to work for you that you don't think is woo-woo. I'm all about the counseling. I've been there, done that. I just know that meditation works better for me, so that's why I harp on meditations and tones. Tones is nothing. You turn them on the TV on YouTube and walk around your house all day long, and they're just playing. It's nothing. You don't have to do anything. And it helps release your baggage, get rid of your demons, however you want to say it. You don't have to do anything. You do nothing but turn on the TV. Or turn on your phone, put it on your phone. Like, how hard is that? People are just lazy. Judgmental, I'm sorry. I told you. I want the world to change, and I want the world to be different. But what I'm realizing is, it doesn't matter. As long as I just change me, it's all going to change anyway. Who cares? So, you can help yourself stay out of the chaos and do more for yourself and stop being lazy. Quit being a fucking couch potato and take your ass outside. Instead of watching a TV show for an hour, go sit outside for an hour. Especially on warm days, there's no excuse. There's no excuse. And if the bugs were bothering you, like I know the bugs bother a lot of people, the fleas. The fleas be biting at your ankles. Mosquitoes, especially around August or whatever. They're not out now. What's out now is, I think the sticky bugs have even died off a lot because it got cold. The thing I've seen lately is some caterpillars, and some, like ladybugs, man bugs, I call them, whatever. Different kinds of those, and these little stick-looking stick creatures, sticks. They look like sticks. Remind me of Fantastic Beasts. They look like a stick bug. Which is funny because I'd never seen them before. When I saw Fantastic Beasts, I thought, oh, that was interesting. And I've been seeing them in the last month and a half, and never in my life. I'm seeing different colored spiders and creatures and things I've never seen. I mean, they've probably always been there. I'm telling you, it's like the Spiderwick Chronicles. When I start seeing some really crazy stuff, I'll let you know. I mean, I've seen some interesting things, but nothing like the Spiderwick Chronicles. Yeah. It's a beautiful day. I guess it'll probably be in the 70s. I tell you what, I'm tired. Oh, shit. been very tired lately, but I've got a feeling that's going to go on through the month of December. I feel like this is going to be a big manifestation month. It's time for some big money in our family. I don't know about huge, but big. More abundance to come. More little things. More semi-big things, but also chaos. Chaos is coming. Chaos, abundance, and peace. I mean, how we can have all three of those at the same time, I don't know, but I just feel all three at the same time. Ramping up to the new year. Chaos, abundance, and peace for the next 2 months. Wow. Chaos, abundance, and peace. That's a crazy mix. And I don't mean that I'm going to have all that chaos, abundance, and peace. I'm just going to have I'm just going to have it all. I'm sure there'll be a little bumpy stuff here and there, but chaos, no. Not anymore. Not anymore. Can't get dragged back down that far anymore. I could get dragged back down. You go back and forth on the teeter-totter when you're awakening, but that chaos is too far beneath me now. I've risen too far above that one. Then I don't get angry, but like I said, it just is from when other people get angry. And this is just me, really. I think it's the old me, old new me. It's kind of like coming back to who I was in my 20s, I would say. 30s, maybe 30s. When you didn't have quite so much baggage. You had all your bullshit from whatever might have happened to you from 0 to 18, And then in your 20s, you get a little more, and in your 30s, it seems like a lot of shit goes on in your 30s. But sometimes in your 20s, depends on if you get married and have kids and all that. So you're the biggest chunk of whenever you get married and have kids. That comes with lots of baggage. Lots. When it ends. If it ends, But every relationship is not just that. Another relationship you get more baggage. It's like, but it's not them. It's you. And until you start realizing and stop placing the blame on other people, you're gonna stay stuck. You stay stuck, and we just blame other people for all the stuff that happened to us. And it wasn't. It was just great experiences. Oh my gosh. Be grateful for all that. Be grateful for the dumb shit you went through. Now that you look at it, it's so funny. It's just like a movie. Your life was just like a movie. And you went through it, and you did it, and now you're awakening, and now you can go backwards. And you can go back to being a kid again and enjoy life. Like we were meant to. We're not meant to work. We're not meant to be miserable and not like each other and not like ourselves. And God didn't plan it that way. Humans just evolved and wanted more. And oh my gosh, we have to have the fancy houses. And somebody thought about how to make a car and how to make computers, or the aliens gave it to us. Who knows? Gave us the knowledge. I don't know. I don't really care. But we just had to have more and more and more, didn't we? Couldn't be happy with just being farmers and living off the land and loving each other and having whole families living together and being together. It was like you were as one back then, right? Like being as one. Heck yeah, I'm ready to go back to that. I'm ready for the world to overturn. I think by 2027, it's going to look totally different. Like there's not going to be as much concrete and buildings, and you're going to have more trees and grass back, and I don't know. I really don't know. I just think it's just going to be old but new. And you can say 2 different Earths, or the Earth's going to turn upside down, or it's going to turn around, or the poles are going to shift, or tidal waves and earthquakes and lions and tigers and fires, oh my. I don't know. I just see it all. I see so many different realities. It's the craziest. We're watching this Agatha All Along on Disney, which is, you have to watch WandaVision first, really. You don't have to, but it'd be better if you did. Then you would get an idea of this character. And we're watching it, and she's a witch, and it's Marvels, and Wanda was a witch too, off the Avengers and stuff. But anyway, these witches get together and they're going down this road and whatever. But one of the witches, she's finding out that she's just jumping back and forth through time and through realities. And I'm watching this and I'm like, oh my God, it's so true. This is what I do. I go to the future and then I come back here and then I keep reliving some moments over and over and over. Like, it's like the butterfly effect. Let me go back and get that right. Let me go back and get that right. So it's like in another reality. In another reality, I'm probably married to Scott when he got out of high school, or I got out of high school, or whatever, and we probably had kids when we were younger, instead of getting together back together almost 30 years later. In another reality, Carlton and I stay together forever. In another reality, I ended up with someone else. Hell, in another reality, I'm probably fucking gay. I'm a man in another reality, right? Probably. I'm probably a fish in another reality. I'm a bird. I'm a tree. I'm a cat. But anyway, having these memories now of these different realities is getting very interesting. There's not a bunch, but there's enough to realize that they're not visions, and some of it's the future, some of it's a different parallel reality to what I'm doing right now. Everything, everywhere, all at once. It's a movie you should watch. And she just keeps jumping into different bodies of herself. And I feel like that we are just living everything, everywhere, all at once, in this moment. So you have all these different avatars, and we're all one, so billions. So there's what? I don't know. I really don't know. 8 billion people in the world. And how many billions of creatures other than people are there? And blades of grass, and leaves on trees. I mean, really, if you just think about that, and you put that into your pipe and smoke it, how many different realities could you really be living? I might have had an agenda that I was going to talk about this morning. Maybe it's just about All Hallows Eve. Anyway, do whatever you need to do for yourself and tonight and tomorrow. Use these energies. They'll help you out. I don't really have any other advice than what I've always given. What am I going to do now? My neck has really been bothering me a lot, but it's getting better with this wind, though. I have to say this. A couple things made it better. Last week, my niece was trying to do some healing over the phone. That was great. Thank you, Jacqueline. And then I also sat out in the sun that day, and there was something else. Mom gave me one of her ibuprofens, which I don't hardly ever take ibuprofen anymore because of my stomach. But Yeah, so all three of those helped a little bit. And then yesterday, I did the same thing that I did today. Came out in the dark about 6:30. It was really windy, like today, really windy. And sat outside about an hour or so. Probably not quite as long as today. But a wind bath, I mean, it'll help heal you. The elements. I will tell you that. Oh, I hadn't noticed that this week. I knew that the wind helped me. I know the ocean totally heals me. And I know that the grass and the outside and the sun and all those totally help heal me. But we sat out with the fire the other day, and I'm sitting in the fire, and it helped my neck. I think it was that the same day as Jacqueline? No, I don't think it was the same day. But the fire, the longer I sat outside by the fire, it was easing up my neck. And my brother just laughed at me because, and I think it's funny too, because he's not really into the woo woo like me. He's like, well, of course it's an element. And I was like, shut the fuck up. Because, you'd think I'd know more about that shit than him, right? And I was like, yeah, I know it's the four elements, but I've never noticed that fire, I guess it's because, in the last 5 years of doing all these meditations and noticing stuff about myself and the elements and what things do for me and what works and doesn't work and blah, 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 blah. I won't go into all that. But how many fires have I really been by? Not many. And in the last couple of years when I've really been learning about myself, especially the last year, I think this year was a really good learning. Last year too, but this year, it's digging in deeper. It's really digging in more, really getting to know myself. So it's been a good year. Yeah, this is one of the years that, and not all years are like this anyway, but some years you just say, oh my gosh, I can't wait for this year to be over. And I don't feel like that. Like, I didn't have a year like that. I had a painful year moving and packing and trying to fucking work on myself. Like, oh my God. Like, it's been a bitch trying to let go. But again, what I've come to realize is the more you just sit in the moment, don't think, just be. Hell, I just watch bugs walk around, ants pick up little pieces of bread and carry them across the blacktop, and caterpillars in the yard inching their way across the grass. I mean, birds and cats and whatever, you always watch other animals and stuff. I've done that off and on, but if you're just in the moment and paying attention to what right here, right now, and I'm not talking about being in the moment and being on your phone. Sorry, judgmental. I mean, just being like there, like holding hands with someone. If you're, or just being with yourself. Like I said, watching the birds and the cats and the dogs and the ants and the leaves and the trees, and listen to the trees. They'll talk to you. Like, it's so, I could just sit outside all day and do nothing. It's kind of like when you go to the beach or you go to the pool. I know usually you have a friend or you have someone with you, but some people can sit at the ocean and just sit by themselves, and I'm telling you, really, you can just sit and just be. Scott did that one time. We actually sat outside a whole shift. It was, what did happen? If his alarm didn't go off, something, he wasn't feeling good that day. I don't know. A couple years ago, he didn't go to work. He got up and got ready, started getting ready. I don't know. Was all dressed and everything, but somehow didn't go to work. I don't know what happened. Who cares? I don't know. But anyway, we immediately went outside first thing in the morning. Within, half an hour. So I'd say by 7 o'clock. And we sat outside. Damn, we sat outside from it was 6 or 7 o'clock at night. Like, now, of course, we go in, go to the bathroom, got coffee or tea or, a meal. I feel like I probably went in to cook dinner, and that was when we went in. So, around 6-ish. But, Who knows? If I had leftovers, I probably wouldn't have. It was just heating up. Like I said, a couple years ago, but we sat outside. And when we sit outside, we don't do nothing. We don't be on our phones. We don't talk. I mean, we might talk on the phone to somebody if somebody calls. We call them, but not for long. Listen to tones, listen to music, listen to mantras. Of course, we listen to everything. You're outside all day long. You're going to start with tones and then be mantras, and then Scott likes a lot of American Indian. We listen to the mostly Indian music for mantras, but then we'll switch over to who knows what. It can be 70s, 80s. Mostly 80s. Sometimes we don't switch over to regular music. It's just tones and mantras and Indian music, and yeah. Okay, well, whatever. I'm just rambling. I just wanted to share the wind and share the sunrise and tell you to do whatever you feel like you need to do for today and tonight and tomorrow for Halloween. Use your inner knowing. And again, always, if you haven't started something new, start something new. If you haven't added anything new, most definitely add something new. If you're only meditating an hour a day, then come on, let's ramp it up. And it doesn't have to be what people call meditations. I mean, you can sitting out and being in the moment is meditating, you know? Do a mix. Sometimes I do guided meditations. I don't do that many guided meditations anymore, but I listen to tones and meditate. Put on some tones, sit in the dark. You don't have to sit in the dark, but it's easier. Close your eyes and see what happens. And if you start thinking, just tell yourself to shush. Start thinking some more, just say shush. Shush it away, shush it away. That's why guided meditations are easier for a lot of people, because someone else is talking, and so you get to follow what they're saying. So yeah, if you haven't meditated or you have trouble meditating on your own, definitely do some guided meditations. There's so many people out there, so many good things out there. Sadhguru, Mooji, Master Shri, Prakashna. I can't even. There's just so many people that you might resonate with. Look at different people talks that might help you out. Eckhart Tolle, Deepak Chopra, Aaron Abke, Aaron Daughtry, gosh, I don't know Aaron. Different podcasts. I mean, take them all with a grain of salt, because everybody's growing, okay? So if you're watching podcasts, it's different experiences people have been through, okay? Or they might be talking about things that other people have been through. So if you're watching different people talking, like me, for instance, these are things that I've been through or am going through. So take it all with a grain of salt. You have to use your own inner knowing, and that's why you have to get to know yourself. And that's why I don't watch a bunch of videos, because I just try to listen to my inner God self. And so if I'm sitting in the moment every day, then my inner God self is talking to me every day. And basically, I am God, right? So if I'm God every day, all day, why would you want to be any different? It's peaceful. It's nice. It's just like a breath of fresh air. Why wouldn't you want to be like that? I'm sore and I'm tired every day, all day, but I'm working on that, healing myself and figuring the rest of myself out. And letting go, and yada, 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 yada. But like I said, the more I just sit outside and be, I just automatically let go. I don't have to try hard. I don't have to try hard to meditate. I don't have to try hard to figure myself out. I don't have to try hard to figure out what's bothering me. I just am. I am that I am. I just am. I just am. There's nothing. There's no... I'm not really Shelley. There's no... It's not me. You know? That's just the thinking mind and the body. I just am. There's no real describing it. It's just... So yeah, when I can just be and sit like this and not be tired and not be in pain along with it, then I will have arrived. My 80% gets to 90%, and then 95. Okay. Okay. I'll stick with 90, 95 for a while, but this 80, whew, my neck hurts. My neck hurts. I tell you, I can't go anywhere. Well, I do, but the pain that people cause me going into a restaurant, it's not going in as much as it is coming out. I went went with Rick to the dentist office the other day in case he was going to need a ride home because I gave him Vicodin. But as soon as I put my feet on the ground of the parking lot, I don't know if I already told you this, I just put my feet on the ground, my feet started hurting. And then as I started walking across that parking lot to the door of the dentist, my legs started hurting really bad. I started walking slower. I started feeling lethargic. Oh, it was just horrible. It was like the energies that I pick up and bring into me. And I guess I used to be a better transmuter before and transmute that energy out of me. I don't know. And not keep it inside of me. But the last couple years, I mean, I guess I didn't know I was doing this before, but I'm sure I was. Maybe I wasn't. I don't know. I think I was. I'm pretty sure. But why can't I transmute it out as easily and as quickly now? Or am I just taking in more? Taking in so much more of everybody's stuff? It's just everywhere, all the time, everywhere I go, Walmart, I mean. But I don't want to not go anywhere. And I totally understand people with anxiety. Totally. Because if you have anxiety, it's not because you're whatever. I mean, I don't even know what they say you are with anxiety. It's all your baggage and all your bullshit. No. It's all the energies hitting you. The energies of people, and you're just taking them in, and it's fucking you up. Now, I take in the pain, and Scott, he gets angry when we go places now. It's, you know, so it's ramping up. I mean, sometimes he won't even go into a store. Can you just run in? And I'm like, oh my God, I have to run in. If it's Dollar Tree or something like that. Really, you're gonna make me do it. But I know he turns into an asshole, so I'm sorry, Scott, but he knows that. He knows this, so whatever. I'm sorry. I do that all the time. If people could just say what was on their mind, and it wouldn't hurt people's feelings, it'd be great. I understand, because I used to have my feelings hurt too all the time, so whatever. Until you start loving yourself, I understand. But, yeah. Scott, we go into Walmart and get back from Walmart, and that whole rest of the day, he's just a jerk. And, but he goes outside. When he starts it, he starts his stuff, because I'll tell him. I'll be like, you're ramping up because, you're taking in other people's energies and it's not you. So I just, depends on how bad it is. It's either, come on, let's go outside, or if it's bad and he's on my nerves, it's take your fucking ass outside. It works, I'm telling you. If you start arguing in the house, which you shouldn't do, because then you put all those bad energies in the house, just take it outside. Somebody told me that once before, And I didn't really get it, and I think they kind of meant it a little bit differently than the way I interpret it. But it's not just about keeping those bad energies in the house. It's about just go outside, because the nature will help you release the shit that you got going on. You know, you think you gotta yell and scream and vent, but you don't. Just let the wind take it away, or go sit in the sun and let the sun dissolve it. Go hug a tree, although you'd have to hug a tree for a while. I don't think you want to stand there hugging a tree. Go sit in the grass under the tree with your butt in the tree stump. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go inside, do some other meditating. Put the heating pad on my poor neck. It's a little better, like I said, the last couple of days, but whew, it's been so bad. Like, I couldn't hardly hold it up. It was getting really bad, like just hurting to move it. And every time I would go into Walmart or somewhere, it would just get worse and worse. Farmer's Daughter, ugh. We went to Farmer's Daughter in Urbana, and it just, ugh. That day made it bad. So, I picked up a lot of energies in the last month. It's really messed me up. So if anybody has any ideas of how to transmute that other than what I'm doing, I would love some advice. If anybody has any advice ever for me, I would love it. That would be great. I think all my people that watch my videos know me anyway, so you can call me and tell me, or message me on Facebook, or whatever. Yeah, I need some help too. I would love it. I mean, I always said I wanted a teacher, but I realized that you don't really have to have a teacher. If you just listen to your God, inner self, that is your teacher. But, oh yes, I know. They're telling me, they, as in we, because we're all one, but they, I'll tell you who they is in a minute, but they're saying, oh, we're here, we are teaching you. What do you mean? You just don't have a physical teacher. And it's G's, I'm trying to, G's and Baba G's. Jesus and Baba G, they're really strong. Jesus and Baba G and Yogananda coming through. And they're just all saying, yes, you have teachers. They're right here with you every day, all day. And I'm like, yeah, that is very true, they are. Because we're all one. So we're all, they are with me all day, every day. Baba G a lot. I would love to see Baba G physically. That inner 3D child that likes the mystical woo-woo. I would love to run into Baba G physically on his 3D plane someday. Baba G. Or Jesus. But for all we know, I could be reincarnated Jesus. Again, we all are, though. We are all Jesus. We're all Moses. We're all God. We're all Baba G. We're all Yogananda. We're all the same consciousness, just a different looking avatar. Yeah. It's interesting. Wrap your head around that one. It really isn't difficult. It is if you think about it and try to think with that 3D mind. But with your knowingness and to know, oh, beautiful butterfly flying around way up in the sky. I think it's a butterfly. I see weird stuff sometimes. All right, over and out. Love you guys. Have a great day. Have a great Halloween. See you soon.